Well, right now, a desperate search is underway to find a missing 11-year-old Texas girl. Audrii Cunningham was last seen Thursday morning near her home northeast of Houston. Officials say she did not board the bus that day. She never made it to school. Now, Audrii was wearing mostly black clothing and carrying a Hello Kitty-style backpack. Police do say they found a child's backpack near a dam. An Amber Alert has been issued, and her parents right now are pleading for her safe return. Police have identified a 42-year-old man as a person of interest. He was arrested, but it was on an unrelated charge. They do believe his 2003 Chevrolet Suburban is involved in Audrii's disappearance. I'd like to bring in now Jennifer Coffindaffer, NewsNation Law and Justice contributor, also a former FBI special agent. Jennifer, great to see you. I hate that it's under circumstances like this. This little girl is missing. How is the search conducted in a situation like this?
Well, good morning, Nichole. This situation is really quite tragic, but fortunately, there are some breadcrumbs in terms of the trail left behind as to how this all happened. Right now, they are searching with canines, with drones, increased manpower, using every viable asset they have to find her. And fortunately, social media has a whole list of clues as to the last person who saw her, which seems to be Mr. McDougal. And sadly, he was living on the property and has an extensive criminal history involving enticement and endangerment of children.
And how important is it going to be to talk to this 42-year-old man who's currently in custody?
Well, it's crucial, and I believe they are speaking with him and trying to determine the details as to what happened. It's also going to be quite crucial that they find her. Law enforcement in this situation, their hearts are hoping that they find her alive, but I think that their experience and brain are, concerned she is not.
Absolutely. So I want to talk more about this 42-year-old. So investigators are saying he is a, quote, person of interest, but he was arrested on an unrelated charge. What does that tell you?
Well, it tells me that law enforcement is being very proactive here. There was a charge that they could charge him with, and they did, and that way he is in custody, why they continue to search and why they conduct their investigation. But certainly from everything that we have seen on his social media, all roads seem to lead to him at this point, and that's why he is their main subject.
And Jennifer, I want to talk about the fact that, so investigators have said that there is this small backpack that likely belonged to a child located near a dam. Do you think there is a reason authorities are being so vague versus saying whether or not that backpack is a Hello Kitty backpack, which is what we know she disappeared carrying?
Well, I've certainly seen different footage and reports regarding that backpack. By all accounts that I've most recently seen, law enforcement has said that it is her backpack. That's as recent as early this morning. So unfortunately, I think that while that is a very good clue as to her whereabouts, it's also a very concerning clue.
Absolutely. So there's this backpack now that seems to have belonged to Audrii. We know she disappeared Thursday morning. It is now Monday. How critical is the element of time right now?
Oh, it's so critical, because if truly she was left in this wooded area, in this dam area, whether with us or deceased, God forbid, it's very crucial that they find her, obviously, to recover her. From an evidence standpoint, it is just crucial if they are going to hold accountable the individual that is responsible for taking her.
Absolutely. We certainly hope that little Audrii is found safe. Jennifer Coffindaffer, thank you as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.